Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the JISH Learn English Podcast. I'm Shaylin. I am so happy you're here today because we are going to master a skill that is absolutely essential for city living. I want you to imagine a scenario with me. You are in a busy English-speaking city, maybe New York or Chicago. It's 8 a.m., it's rush hour, and your phone just died. You can't use an app to call a car. You have to do it the old-fashioned way. You have to speak. You're standing on the curb, that's the edge of the sidewalk, and you see a yellow car approaching. In that moment, I don't want you to panic. I want you to feel completely in control. In this lesson, I'm going to teach you the specific phrases you need to get from point A to point B without any confusion. We are going to cover 3 main things: hailing the cab, how to get the driver's attention and ask if they are available, the money. We will talk about the meter versus a flat rate, so you know exactly what you are paying and don't get overcharged, and the drop-off. How to give clear directions, and how to handle tipping when you leave. My goal is to make sure that the next time you step into a taxi, you sound natural and confident. Before we jump into the role play, please take a quick second to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It supports JISH and helps me keep creating these practical lessons for you. All right, are you ready? Let's listen to a conversation to see how this works in real life.
Hi, are you free?
Yeah, where are you headed?
I'm heading downtown, Market Street.
Sure, I can take you. Hop in.
Thanks. Actually, before they get in, do you have a flat rate to downtown or do you use the meter?
It's strictly by the meter.
Perfect. Could you pop the trunk? I have a bag.
You got it. All right. Where on Market Street?
Market and 4th, please, right by the bank.
Got it.
Okay, so now let's learn the key phrases, words, and sentences from this situation when you first stop a taxi. In this situation, the first thing you need to do is check if the driver can actually take you. Sarah used the phrase, "Are you free?" In this context, free does not mean the ride costs 0 money. It simply means, is the car empty and available for passengers? Think of it like an empty chair. If a chair is empty, you can sit in it. It is available. So when we ask a driver this, we are simply asking, is your car empty? Can I get inside? Now, here is a pro tip for you. In many big cities like New York or London, you don't even have to ask. You can just look at the light on the roof of the car. If the light is on, the taxi is usually available. If the light is off, they already have a passenger, so they are busy. But even if the light is on, asking, "Are you free?" or "Are you available?" is always the polite way to start speaking. Before we move on, let's talk about the car itself. Sarah called it a cab. In the United States, we use the word cab all the time, but language changes depending on where you are. If you travel to the United Kingdom or Australia, people almost always say taxi. In London, they even have a famous type of car called a black cab. But don't worry, whether you say cab or taxi, every driver in the world will understand you. Now let's talk about how to say where you are going. The driver asked, "Where are you heading?" He didn't say going, he said heading. I want you to imagine your head is pointed in a specific direction. That is where you are heading. This brings us to a very important grammar point. Sarah said, "I am heading downtown." Notice that she did not use the word to. She did not say heading to downtown. In English, when we use direction words like downtown, uptown, or home, we do not use to. We just say, "I am going downtown," or "I am going home." It is a special rule, so try to remember it because it makes you sound very natural. Once the driver knew the destination, he used a really fun phrase. He said, "Hop in." Do you know what animal hops? A bunny rabbit hops. It means to jump lightly. When a driver says, hop in, he is being very friendly. He is saying, come inside quickly and sit down. He doesn't want you to literally jump like a rabbit. He just wants you to get in the car so you can start the trip. It is much more natural than saying, please enter the vehicle. Next, let's look at the money situation. Sarah asked, do you charge a flat rate or is it by the meter? First, we should talk about the word fare. When you buy a shirt, you pay a price, but when you take a ride, the money is called a fare. Sarah asked about the meter. The meter is the small machine in the front of the car that calculates the fare based on time and distance. If the driver uses the meter, you pay exactly what the machine says. A flat rate, however, means a fixed price. It does not change even if there is heavy traffic. Knowing the difference helps you avoid confusion. Also, did you notice the phrase Sarah used for her bag? She asked, could you pop the trunk? Trunk is the word we use for the storage space in the back of the car. It is the most common word you will hear in movies and TV shows. The word pop is a casual verb we use here, which means to open something quickly. So, pop the trunk is a very natural way to ask the driver to open the back for your luggage. Next, when giving directions, Sarah said, Market and 4th. In large cities, streets can be very long. To help the driver, we usually give the cross street. This is the exact spot where two roads cross each other. So instead of just saying Market Street, you say the two streets together, Market and 4th. This helps the driver drop you off at the exact right spot. Now let's practice some important phrases from this situation. I will say them slowly. Please repeat after me. Excuse me, are you free? I'm heading downtown. Hop in. Do you use the meter? Could you pop the trunk? Market and 4th, please. Well done. Great job practicing these phrases. Now let's move on to the next stage. The car is moving and we need to chat with the driver and give specific details about where to stop. Let's listen to the next part of the conversation about small talk and giving directions during the ride.
Traffic is pretty heavy this morning.
Yeah, it looks bad. Do you think we'll get there by 9 o'clock?
We should be fine.
Also, excuse me, would you mind turning the AC down a little? It's freezing back here.
Oh, sure thing. I'll make it warmer for you.
Thanks, that's much better.
So, do you want to take the highway or stick to the local streets?
Whichever is fastest, please. I'm in a bit of a rush.
The highway is probably better then. I'll take that route. All right, we are getting close. Do you want me to turn left on 4th Street?
Actually, no. You can just pull over right after the traffic light.
Right here in front of the bank?
Yes, please. Just drop me off right here. This is perfect.
Okay, let's look closer at this conversation. It might seem simple, but there were some very advanced phrases hidden inside it. First, let's talk about the small talk. The driver started by talking about the traffic. Notice the word he used to describe it. He said, traffic is pretty heavy. In English, when there are many cars on the road and they are moving slowly, we do not say big traffic or strong traffic. We always say heavy traffic. It is like the cars are a heavy weight on the road. The opposite of this is light traffic, which means the roads are empty and fast. Then, Sarah needed to ask for something. She was cold, but listen to how she asked. She didn't just shout, "Change the air." She used a very polite grammar structure. Would you mind? She asked, would you mind turning the AC down? Would you mind is a magic phrase in English. It is the most polite way to ask a stranger to do something for you. And notice the word AC. This is the short name for air conditioning. We almost never say the full word air conditioning in America. We just say AC. Sarah also used a funny word to describe the temperature. She said, "It is freezing back here." Now, freezing literally means turning into ice, like water in a freezer. But in conversation, we use this word to exaggerate. It just means, I am very, very cold. So if you step into a taxi and the air is too cold, you can say, it is freezing in here. The driver will understand immediately. Next, let's look at the route. The driver asked if she wanted to take the highway or local streets. A highway is a big, fast road with no traffic lights. Local streets are the smaller roads inside the city with many stop signs and lights. Sarah chose the fastest way because she was in a rush. Being in a rush is a common phrase that means I am in a hurry or I am late. Finally, we come to the most important part of the ride, telling the driver where to stop. Sarah used two specific phrasal verbs that you must know. The first one was pull over. She said, you can just pull over right after the traffic light. To pull over means to move the car to the side of the road and slow down to stop. Imagine the car pulling itself away from the traffic to the safe side of the street. If you just shout, stop, the driver might hit the brakes in the middle of the road, which is dangerous. Pull over tells him to find a safe space on the side. The second phrase was drop me off. She said, just drop me off right here. This is the specific verb we use for letting a passenger out of a car. You get picked up at the start and you get dropped off at the end. It's a very natural way to end the ride. Now let's practice these important sentences together. I will say them slowly. Please repeat after me. Traffic is heavy today. Would you mind turning the AC down? I am in a rush. Please pull over here. You can drop me off at the bank. Excellent work. You are really getting the hang of this. Now the car has stopped and it is time for the final step. We need to pay the driver and say goodbye. Let's listen to the final part of the conversation to see how to handle the payment.
All right, here we are. Mark it in fourth.
Great. How much do I owe you?
Let's see. That comes to $18.50.
Okay, here is a 20. Keep the change.
Oh, thanks. Do you need a receipt?
Yes, please. I need it for work.
Here you go. Let me unlock the trunk so you can grab your bag.
Thanks.
You're all set. Have a good one.
You too. Bye.
Wasn't that a smooth ending? Sarah paid, got her bag, and left without any stress. Let's break down exactly how she did that, because money conversations can sometimes be tricky. The first thing Sarah asked was, how much do I owe you? The word owe means that you have a debt. You need to pay someone. You can simply ask, how much is it? Or, what is the total? But asking, how much do I owe you is the most common and polite way to ask for the final price in a taxi or a restaurant. Then the driver said, that comes to $18.50. This is a special phrase we use for totals. That comes to means the final total is. Now, pay attention to what Sarah did next. This is a very important cultural point in the United States and many other English-speaking countries. The price was $18.50. Sarah handed him a $20 bill and said, keep the change. What is change? Change is the money the driver is supposed to give back to you. Since Sarah gave $20, but the price was only $18.50, the driver owes her $1.50. By saying, keep the change, Sarah is giving that extra money to the driver as a tip. A tip is extra money we give to say thank you for good service. In the U.S., it is very standard to tip taxi drivers. It is polite and expected. So saying keep the change is the easiest way to tip without doing difficult math. Next, Sarah asked for a receipt. I want you to look at the spelling of this word. R-E-C-E-I-P-T. It has a letter P in it, but we do not pronounce the P. We don't say recept, we say receipt, like taking a seat. A receipt is the small paper that proves you paid. Sarah needed it for her work. If you are traveling for business, always ask for a receipt. Finally, let's look at how they said goodbye. The driver said, "You are all set." This is a wonderful American phrase. All set means you are finished. Everything is complete and you are ready to go. You will hear this in hotels, restaurants, and shops. It means the transaction is done. And the very last thing he said was, "Have a good one." You might be wondering, have a good what? Have a good day? Have a good night? The answer is, it doesn't matter. One replaces day or night. It is a universal way to say goodbye at any time of the day. It is casual, friendly, and very natural. Now, let's practice these final phrases together. I will say them slowly. Please repeat after me. How much do I owe you? Keep the change. Can I have a receipt? You are all set. Have a good one. Congratulations! You have just completed a full journey in a taxi. You hailed a cab, you negotiated the fare, you gave directions, you made small talk, and you paid politely. Now, I want to put everything together. We're going to listen to the entire conversation from start to finish, without any breaks. I want you to listen closely and see how much easier it is to understand now that you know the secret vocabulary. Let's watch the full story one more time.
Hi, are you free?
Yeah, where are you headed?
I'm heading downtown, Market Street.
Sure, I can take you. Hop in.
Thanks. Actually, before they get in, do you have a flat rate to downtown or do you use the meter?
It's strictly by the meter.
Perfect. Could you pop the trunk? I have a bag.
You got it. All right. Where on Market Street?
Market and 4th, please, right by the bank.
Got it.
Traffic is pretty heavy this morning.
Yeah, it looks bad. Do you think we'll get there by 9 o'clock?
We should be fine.
Also, excuse me, would you mind turning the AC down a little? It's freezing back here.
Oh, sure thing. I'll make it warmer for you.
Thanks, that's much better.
So, do you want to take the highway or stick to the local streets?
Whichever is fastest, please. I'm in a bit of a rush.
The highway is probably better then. I'll take that route. All right, we are getting close. Do you want me to turn left on 4th Street?
Actually, no. You can just pull over right after the traffic light.
Right here in front of the bank?
Yes, please. Just drop me off right here. This is perfect.
All right, here we are, Market and 4th.
Great. How much do I owe you?
Let's see. That comes to $18.50.
Okay, here is a 20. Keep the change.
Oh, thanks. Do you need a receipt?
Yes, please. I need it for work.
Here you go. Let me unlock the trunk so you can grab your bag.
Thanks.
You're all set. Have a good one.
You too. Bye.
Did you notice how much clearer that conversation sounded the second time? When you heard the driver say, "Hop in," or "That comes to $18.50, I bet you didn't have to translate it in your head. You just understood it. That is the power of learning English through real-life situations. Now, instead of feeling nervous when you see a yellow car approaching, you can feel confident. You know how to check the light on the roof, you know how to ask for the meter, and you know how to keep the change. You are ready for the real world. If you found this lesson helpful, please give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to the JISH Learn English Podcast. It really helps me continue making these lessons for you. And before you go, I have a question for you. I want you to answer this in the comments below. In the video, we learned the words taxi and cab. Which word do you usually use? Do you say taxi, cab, or something else in your language. I love reading your comments and learning about where you are from. I will come up with the next episode tomorrow. Till then, keep learning, keep practicing, and most importantly, take care of yourself. Bye-bye!